Right, new epi. Sorry about the last one, it was a bit all over the place. Today, we're going to see if I can actually finish that door jam. I have made some progress, I think. Bit of research, just so you know, right? Like a lot of people messaged me and commented on the video. More comments help on the video, guys. But yeah, a lot of people were contacting me like, "Oh, you can just buy that piece. You can just buy that piece." Issue was mine was like obviously I thought of that straight away, but it was just the width of the actual jam piece, I guess. But done a bit of work, bit of help from Kane. You want to see it? Should I show you now what I've made? Maybe you can see it. Right. Look at the piece. This is the perfect piece that's about to go in. So what people are messaging me about, obviously you can buy like a whole jam piece, which I do have. My dad gave me a whole piece, right? But pretty much every piece is 40 mil here, which is the jam piece, right? 40 mil. And mine was 74. That's how big that piece is in there. So my dad gave me a whole piece, like, 2 meter piece of door jam, and it's 40 mil here. So it didn't make sense. So that's the whole thing. Like, I mean, I just started measuring it straight away when I cut it, and people were like, "What are you doing? Why would you do that?" But anyway, so we're gonna see if we can actually finish this today and put this on. Okay, so what I've got here, a little chalk. Got the chalk on. Boom. Need to put a couple of little pre-holes, whatever you call them, through here. Like that. I got a piece for here, obviously. Just haven't cut that yet. Look at it go. Pretty flush. Gap at the bottom, as requested by Josh Lloyd, just in case any water gets on there, so it won't suck up the bottom. But look at that. Little sanding needed. Bit of builder's putty, whatever you call it. I know this bit is crooked, but my cut was crooked on this bit. So, why is there fucking nappies everywhere? Get out. Ruined my whole video. Fucking dirty nappy. What do you reckon, Morgan? Put the piece on. Wow, she says. Are you going to come look at it?
What about this side?
Oh, I got to put that bit on. They're different bits.
Yeah, nice. Wow, it matches up.
Yeah?
When's it all going to be finished?
Probably another... Probably 5 more episodes. No, I'll get that bit on today. Both sides.
What, do you have to cut another piece?
I've got this thin piece here. So...
That?
Yeah. It's like a separate piece. Look at that. Craftsmanship.
Are you happy with that?
Pretty good. Probably should have just done that the first time instead of making it like a full mission, but... We did it. We did it, boys.
Good job.
From this...
That's so chat.
That's so chat. To that. But I had this, boys. Nail punch. I might go sit down now. I feel accomplished. I feel like I've accomplished something. Probably should cut that other bit though. Can't be fucked. It's so hot out here, eh? This door must just get pumped all day. It's so hot. Alright, let's finish it. So here is the next piece. And this goes like this. Boom. There was always a gap here anyway. So always have to fill that. Bit of old liquid nails on there. And then I'm going to clamp it.
You coming to puppy house?
Yeah.
What my shoes on? Come here, fucking dress
My... Look at that. It's hard to see. Put the edge on, and we just got to put that backside on, and we are good. I think I don't know, I might sand it first just to get it flat, and then if there's any gaps, I'll builder's bog them and then sand it again. I think that's probably the best way to do it. But we're going to wait for some liquid nails. I'm going to probably cut the other piece now, and for the backside, like the inside frame. I just don't know if I have the exact piece for that. But at least I won't have like a wind draft coming through the bottom of the door anymore, which is good. Morgan won't kill me, but we still need to do that fucking side. Not looking forward to that, but at least we know how to do it now. Another new job. Almost finished the bathroom. Proceed in the same video. Just ripped all this shit out here. All the Agapanthers. Done. Boom. What I'm going to do now is the kitchen door, right? I mean, the cupboard door. I mean, probably need a bit of explanation on why I need to cut that. That is not the actual door. We had like the fridge was too small to get in here. So me and Morgan's dad, Craig, took a section out, and now we've got like this gap here that is... It just annoys me. So what I'm going to do is, we had there used to be like a double width door, I guess, and I had a spare door just standing there for ages. So you can see it from here, like it's kind of chapped. So I got a new circular saw yesterday, so I'm just going to try it out. It's 80 mil I need to cut off it, and then I haven't figured out how I'm going to stick it on there yet. Boom, marked at 80 mil the whole way down. Going to draw the line. Draw our line. Got the saw set up. New blade. Got this thing on it. Maybe it's maybe a bit illegal on the job site. It just holds my edge. Look at that. I was wondering what that piece was. And then we're just gonna, you know, what do I do? I hold that. Or is it that way? Jesus, that thing works so good, that side angle, because I wouldn't have been able to cut that if I didn't have that, Alright, let's go see how it looks on the wall, on the door. Moment of truth. Oh. Look at that, boys. Pretty good. We're committed to, obviously, like, it was a different colour. Like it looked weird, so I feel like the more times that the door's more closed more than often, so when you open it you will see that different coloured side, like the edge here. But I do have some white paint, so I'm hoping that just kind of covers it, because obviously ideally it's closed all the time, right? But it will look funny if it's like that it's like an offy yellow colour. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice the lemonade side and put it like laminate to laminate, I guess, right? Now I've got big clamps, clamp them together. See how it looks. Not bad. Got that. Boom. Now we're gonna let it dry. Alright, so I got the door back on. Actually filming this after the fact, after I film the video, after I'm editing the video. Come out good. Pretty perfect. Just gotta still fix this and we are good to go. So we made a bit of progress, alright? Now, done a little bit of sanding on that side. I don't know, I can't remember what I had in the last video, but we have, let me just put this down a bit. Finish this piece nice and smooth. A little gap, so if water does go under there, I mean I'm going to silicone it, so hopefully it doesn't just suck up it. Then, got this side. Finish this piece, just about to screw it in, and then I accidentally, there was a big nail in there. You're right. There's a big nail in there, so I was trying to rip it out, and I pulled this piece off, so I'm gonna Have to put that back on with a bit of glue. Don't touch it, you'll break it. So we're just going to screw this in, and then we are at least closed off from the elements.
Daddy, here you go. Yeah,
I don't need it right now.
put it in.
Oh, come on, dude. So I had to just shimmy up this little piece here, which is like the outside piece. I had a piece of this, but I don't know where it went. So just clean it up. Easy like this. Too much. In and down. Definitely have to sand that a bit. That's okay. Get this. For how shit I am. Oops. Not bad. Barely even noticeable, I reckon. Finished. Well, I'll do the builder's bog. I thought there was something else. Is there like a filler? I feel like you just get a spatula and it's like in a tub and you just like, is that different? Is it? The guy at Bunnings was like builder's bog, but guess that's the one. But I don't know. I thought it was like easier. You could just like a wood filler or something. I guess maybe builder's bog's the same thing. But I just got a new fan for this. This is our ducting. It's all the way up to the upstairs. Bought a new fan for it yesterday. I'll film putting it in. Cost me like $450. Otherwise, it's like $8,000 for a new setup, which I don't really want to do. The fan was fully seized though. I had like 2 people come look at it, and they're like, the fan's fucked. Morgan's uncle, Graham, actually got the fan going for a bit, but I don't think like the bearing was fucked and the motor was seized. So like when I turn it on, it would turn off after 10 minutes, and I think it was because it was like struggling to, like, the fan wasn't spinning fast enough to keep it up. But yeah, like I did this bit around here. Actually, I think this will be in this video too. Let's film the final result. Sorry, it's a bit windy today. So this is the final finished of this section. So I actually put this piece on. So this was like, I don't know what was going on there, but it was like a piece of timber, and it was all warped and broken. And this bit was actually blue, like blue board, and I painted it. You can probably see the coloration. I thought it was just going to get it, but yep, finished that. A little weird. That room is like nothing. And then I put some grass, some dirt down. I'm trying to like level the grass there. Trying to get it more flush. I mean, it's always going to slope like this, but trying to get it back up. And then Big Zul's has some more bricks for me like this, and I'm going to make like a little step here, just temporary. I just hate having those 2 thingies there. They're kind of gross. I mean, they are gross. And this looks like, you know, you clean up, and this is what your kids do in like 40 seconds. Anyway. New fan for the ducting. Boom. Fed the wires through. Have you ever known what a ducting aircon sort of looks like? And they went through here, the wires. And now we just got to put the fan on. Last little bit. Now we put them through here. 2, on, off, on, off, on. Okay, that's how many times I just did it. So, first time, didn't run the cable up here, right? Ran the cable up there, got it back out, but then the cable was hanging and it was going to hit the fan. So, obviously, when I cut it out, there was a cable tie that was like up here in the corner. So, I had to take it back off, put it up, put a cable tie up here in the corner, and then the cord comes out to the whatever those things do. Alright? So it's on there now. It's good. Fan is nowhere near the cable, which is good. And then we're fucking on, boys. I'm not going to plug it into the things at the moment. The power is off, I think. Pretty sure. But my missus' dad will come over tomorrow and he's like, oh, you won't be able to do this by yourself. Did the whole thing, mate. Just too scared to plug it in. But he's going to come and help us do the last bit. Give me a fucking socket that fits, eh? Fuck my life. Yeah, so he's going to come over, we'll do that, and then hopefully I have ducting. Done. Alright, like I said, Mrs. Dad's going to come over and we'll do that. Done. Put that back in, we'll put this back in overnight because the sky's looking a bit head going. Probably bring my tools in this time because I didn't bring them in last night and it pissed down rain. Everything got wet. What I left outside, like the leaf sucker, the vacuum one. Left my sander, left my window open and my garage open. Last piece. I got one on that side too, but I'm going to do this piece first. So it goes right here. Dee Dee's helping me today, she's a bit in the way. So this last piece, this is the closest piece I could find to this. So I had to do a bit of the edge off because it was square. I did a little bit of sanding to make it a round edge there. And then we're just gonna liquid nails this in here. Liquid nails on. Bit of excess is alright. Make sure it's set all the way back. I'm just going to lay like this and hold it in. What another thing I did find out as well, I was speaking to Clarky, he's a painter, and he noticed in the last video that I had a bit of like warping under here. He's like, I bet you they didn't paint the underside of the door. I mean, in theory now, right, I've come this far and probably should have just got a new door frame. A couple of people probably going to say that was probably the only answer, but I mean, I had a good time, I had fun actually figuring this out, but now, he's right, this is actually, when I close the door, move this, when I close the door now, you can see it actually just hits. Door closes sweet, right? But it is making contact with that piece. Now, I thought it might have been, I don't know if it was making contact before, but I mean, it's flush here and meets up with the corner. So all I can really do is try and sand this back and maybe take a little bit off this bottom edge just to make it fit nicely. But other than that, it looks, you can see the gap here. I need a little bit of sanding there just to get it back to straight. We'll let that liquid nail set. I do have to set the other side of this door as well. Down in here. But I have a little piece cut out for this as well.
And actually, we should put that on now. Liquid nails on this little piece, and then it's like fully closed off. So let's get that other piece made.
Oh, look at that balloon! Whoa! Someone's lost their zero.
Last bit primed, and this one's a bit tricky. We have a bit of gappage here. There's actually a bit of a gap under there. I'll have to sand that back. At least like we're closed off now. I'll fill this with silicone just to fill the gap, and then I am going to silicone around the bottom here, out and front and back. Same as this side. Same as this side. Needs to be done for sure, just so water can't creep in. I mean, otherwise water will rain down here and then rain out instead of raining back in.
A bit dry, I reckon. Alright, familiar site. We are taped up, boys. I sent it back off camera, and if I put the other thing in, fence repair didn't go too well. I mean, it would have went well. Yeah, anyway, I'll explain that in another video. But I'm just gonna paint this up just because, in case it rains or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna cake this on, eh? Oh, I didn't putty those fucking holes. I'm a fucking idiot. Not bad, boys. A couple of coats and it'll cover the seam. I think that's like ideally what will happen anyway. Like you can barely see it there. I mean, a couple more coats, 2 more coats, maybe 3. Nice. And then all I got to do is do the whole door and sand it, and yeah, that's not going to be fun. But look, that's my gate issue now. I fucked it here as well. Fucking idiot. I like started it and I so couldn't be fucked to finish it, eh? I thought it was going to be just like tick and flick. Nothing is tick and flick, but yeah. At least we got the door done. On to the next. We got other shit going in the works, but door. That was like 5 episodes of door.